Hello, Sairam students. Okay. Now, children, we have already learned different ways to represent data in the last few classes. Correct? So, today let us learn another way of representing data, that is through bar graph, that is in part 4. Now, before we start with the bar graph, first let us understand what bar graph is. Now, bar graph is a representation in which data is represented by using rectangular bars of equal width. We will learn how to use graph paper to make bar graph. Now, children, I have already told you to be ready with your graph book. Correct? A bar graph may be vertical or horizontal. Every graph has a title and horizontal and vertical scales. We can choose any scale for a graph, keeping in mind the size of the paper on which it is drawn. Now, a bar graph is then drawn on two lines that are perpendicular to each other. These lines are called as axes of the graph. They are usually named as x-axis and y-axis. The point where they meet is called as point O. Okay, now let us start with an example here. Now here is an example, that is a group of students take up a can recycling drive. Now here is a table that gives the number of cans recycled by each student. Now represent it by a bar graph. Now Raju has recycled 50 cans, Raghav 45, Mithun 60 and Anurag 25. Now using this data, we have to draw the bar graph. Okay, now this is a bar graph. So first what we'll do is we will draw two lines, that is one is a vertical line and one is a horizontal line. The horizontal line, that is, will be the x-axis, which I'll be showing it in a video also, and this y-axis is the vertical line. So first we will name it as x-axis and y-axis. This will be point O here. While we plot the numbers, we'll take it as 0. Okay. Now here you will first mention the title and then the scale, and then we will start plotting, that is making the bar graph. Yes, just go through this video. Okay, now let us learn how to draw a bar graph. Okay, now before we start with the bar graph, please keep this in mind that every bar graph has a title which tells us that what the bar graph is all about. Now here we have given the title as number of cans recycled by students. Okay, now let us learn how to draw the bar graph. The second thing is we'll give the scale here which tells us that the number each block is equal to, which tells us that the number each block is equal to, that is x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 student and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 cans. Okay, now let us draw two lines that are perpendicular to each other. The first line is a horizontal line, that is x-axis. You can draw it here anywhere at the bottom. Yes. Okay, this line which is drawn is the x-axis. Then we will draw the vertical line which joins the x-axis and we'll mark it as 0. This is the y-axis. Now both the side and the bottom have the label. Now here the label will be the students. We'll label it as students. We'll just show an arrow here. And the y-axis will label it as the number of cans. And we'll show the axis towards the y-axis. Yes, this arrows you have to draw it. We'll start with 0. Now just keep this in mind, children. This one small square, we will take it as 1 centimeter. this one small square, we will take it as 1 centimeter. So we'll start from 0 here. We'll just start plotting the numbers. Now the maximum number of cans recycled is 60. So we'll start with the 10. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 cans. So from 0 to 1 square, that is, will give the number as 10. Now 10 to the other square will give the number as 20, 30, 40, 50 and then 60. Now let us move on to the table. Now Raju has recycled 50 cans. Okay, now children, this Y has to be capital here. Yes, and X here. Okay. Now Raju has recycled 50 cans. So the width should be same. So we will take a gap here. We'll start with 1 centimeter. That is, we'll just mark the line here 50 to show that Raju has recycled 50 cans and then draw a rectangular bar. Okay. Now the width should be same, that is equal to this 1 square. Now the second one, that is Raghav has recycled 45 cans. Now your number 45 will be between 40 and 50. So in between will be 45. So we'll just mark 45 here and then draw a rectangular bar which shows that Raghav has recycled 45 cans. So we'll give the name here Rajiv. You can write inside the box also, and Raghav. Yes. Same way, Mithun has recycled 60 cans. So we'll just mark 60 here and draw the rectangular bar to show the number of cans recycled by Mithun. Same way for Anurag, it is 25, that is in between 20 and 30, that is 25 cans recycled, and we will just write their names. 60 cans recycled by Mithun and 25 cans recycled by Anurag. Okay, same way, this is how, keeping the same width, you have to draw the rectangular bars according to the data shown in the table. Same way, using this, we can also draw the horizontal bar graph. Okay, this is how your bar graph will look like after drawing the rectangular bars. That is, Rajiv has recycled 50 cans, Raghav has recycled 45 cans, Mithun has recycled 60 cans and Anurag has recycled 25 cans. So this, using the data, we have made the vertical bar graph. In the same way, we can also make the horizontal bar graph. Okay, this is how your bar graph will look like. Now coming to the next part, that is to draw the horizontal bar graph. Same way, okay, you will draw the x-axis and the y-axis first. Yes, using the 1 centimeter, that is only 1 square, and then draw the x-axis and then we will draw the y-axis. Okay, so this will be x and this will be y. Give the title here, number of cans recycled, the same way how we have drawn it for the vertical bar graph, and also mention the scale. Now here the scale will be different. In the vertical bar graph, we have mentioned the scale for x-axis as students. Now here for x-axis, we will mention the label it as cans, and in the y-axis, we will mention it as students. Okay, so this will be students. Now here we will plot the number. In the vertical bar graph, we had plotted the number on the y-axis, but while drawing it for the horizontal bar graph, we will plot the number here on the x-axis. So this will be 10, 20, 30, same way till 60. Now the first number, that is Raju has recycled 50 cans. So wherever your number 50 is, we will just draw the rectangular bar graph. So your horizontal bar graph will be somewhat like this. It will be like this. I've just checked this in this slide. Okay. Okay, now here the scale, the title is given as number of cans recycled by students. Scale x-axis is equal to 10 cans, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 cans. Y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 student. Now Raju has recycled 50 cans, so we'll just draw a rectangular bar showing that Raju has recycled 50 cans. Same way for Raghav, Mithun and Anurag, we will draw the horizontal rectangular bars according to the data. Okay. The only difference is in the vertical, while drawing the vertical bar graph, your x-axis was labeled as the number of cans and y-axis was labeled as the students. But for drawing the horizontal bar graph, x-axis will be labeled as number of cans and y-axis will be labeled as students. That is, we will interchange it. Okay, so this is how after drawing the horizontal bar graph, it will look like. Now let us come to our exercise part, that is exercise 15.2. Okay, it is a bar graph is shown here. Now reading this, that is by seeing this bar graph, you have to answer the following questions. Now your first question is, that is study the graph and answer the following questions. Which school collected the maximum fund and how much it is? Yes, just see this. Which school collected? That is school D collected the maximum fund and that is it collected 18,000. Yes. Which school collected rupees 12,000? So it is school E. What was the total amount collected? We will just have to add the total of all the schools. And which school collected the least amount? That is school D. That is, I think it is 9. C, that school C collected the least amount, that is 9,000. Okay. So the answer for this is given in this slide here. School D collected the maximum fund, that is rupees 18,000. And which school collected rupees 12,000? That is school E. Just see here, 12,000 is collected, the number 12,000. So just see the bar here, 12,000. So it is school E. And which school collected the least amount? What is the total amount collected? So the total amount collected is rupees 63,000. And which is the school which collected the least amount? That is the school C. So seeing the bar graph, it becomes easy for you to answer the questions. So see it thoroughly and then answer the questions. Now here is a one more question, that the students of class 5 were asked to tell their favorite colors. This information was compiled in the following table. Construct a vertical and horizontal bar graph using the table and give it a suitable title. Again, the table is given, the data is given, that is color and number of students who like the favorite color. Okay. Now to draw the vertical bar graph, same way we will plot the horizontal and the vertical lines, the x-axis which is called as the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay. Yes. First we will draw the x-axis here, leaving 1 centimeter. This will be your x-axis and this will be your y-axis. Now we'll give the title as students favorite color. Yes, give the title here students favorite color and then mention the scale, that is x-axis will be the colors. Yes, and your y-axis will be the number of students, which you will write it here and then put a arrow. Now as the table tells us about the color, favorite color used, so we will take 1 centimeter. Here we'll put it as 0. Here y we will write as y-axis, x-axis. I'll show it in the next slide, the graph drawn. So 1 centimeter we will take it as 2 students. Okay, 1 student we will take it as two students. So each square your number will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 this way. Okay, That is, each 1 centimeter will be 2 students. The next thing is the first student, that is red color, is liked by 10 students. So we'll draw a line here, that is 10, and then we will draw a rectangular bar. Okay, I've shown it in the next slide. Just check your answer here after drawing the bar graph. Now red color is liked by 10 students. So here it shows the rectangular bar. Then pink color is liked by 15 students. Yes, so 15 will be between 14 and 16 in the middle. So 15, so pink color. Blue color is liked by 14 students. So at this 14 we will make the rectangular bar. Same way, black color is liked by 12 students. Orange is liked by 8 students. And yellow is liked by 9 students. So according to the number, we have drawn the vertical bar graph. Same way, to draw the horizontal bar graph, yes, you will interchange, that is x-axis will be your number of students and y-axis will be your colors. Yes, so label it and then draw the horizontal bar graph. Now based on this, home assignment for you, here a bar graph is shown here. You have to answer the following questions. Okay, so read the bar graph thoroughly and then answer the questions. Same way, a table is given here, that is a data is given in a tabular format, that is fruit and amount sold in kg, that is a wholesale fruit dealer sold the following quantity of different fruits. Construct a horizontal bar graph using the data. You have to just draw the horizontal bar graph, no need to draw vertical. So using the data, just draw the horizontal bar graph. So that's all for today, students. Keep practicing. Meet you in the next class.